The GOP is continuing its culture war and war on education, and it is in the show me state. So this per Truth Out, Republican lawmakers in the Missouri State House of Representatives followed through on threats they previously made to librarians, passing a state budget this week that eliminates all funding to public libraries. About 4.5 million in funds that would have been included in the budget for libraries were instead dropped down to zero after cuts proposed by Representative Cody Smith, Republican, chair of the State House Budget Committee, were included. Yeah, that's right. Libraries, again, the goal is to keep people uneducated, to keep them dumb because they're easier to control. And so we know that they are on this march trying to get this agenda moved forward of continuing to control the population. And they're also definitely doing it under the guise of anti-blackness and anti-queer legislation. Check this out. So the stripping of funds for public libraries was done in retaliation over a lawsuit brought forward by the Missouri Library Association, which along with the ACLU is suing the state over a draconian law that bans hundreds of titles in public school district libraries, including books that discuss LGBTQ issues, racial justice, and the history of the Holocaust. Any school official, including librarians who fail to comply with the law, could be fined up to $2,000 and could be imprisoned for up to a year. Yes, and so one of those iconic literary voices out there, LeVar Burton, who hosted the popular show Reading Rainbow, well, he tweeted his disdain for this draconian law out there that Missouri has. Good morning to everyone except Missouri House Republicans. This has to stop. You're damn right it does. This is fascism, if not more. Before we continue on with the conversation, with this move in Missouri to defund libraries, how do you think that this is actually going to work in the long run? Because as far as I'm concerned, even members of the right should generally like libraries. I don't know, Conscious, what do you think?
Man, I think that when you have a polarizing climate as we have right now, it is very easy to just politicize anything and make it where you throw the baby out with the bathwater. So because the anti-intellectual phenomenon or the anti-intellectual movement is so moving, I think that it's just easy for Republicans to just jump on board with being like, learning is bad, reading is bad, books are bad.
Yes.
Free America.
And again, it's like you want to keep these people stupid. And the thing is in the long run, this is just going to be extremely detrimental for the United States because it's not going to be able to compete on a global scale. Who is going to have the scientists? Who's going to have the inventors, the people who push forward our entire human race toward making some kind of progressive change and inventing things? Like, come on, this should just be very basic. But of course, we've got to remember that in the United States, our biggest export is how much people are willing to work. We push capitalism. So if you can create an entire population of workers and keep that 1% up there, that's where you're able to really churn and burn. We were built on slaves, and that attempt to continue to make slavery a part of our everyday lives as Americans is something that the GOP is really trying to accomplish, without a doubt.